is that's the big part we're missing. But, you know, so I'm not gonna discount that, because that's huge, that's one of my favorite areas, but I want to kind of stay on track and talk about the greeting. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
If you want, okay, well, I was just gonna say, I always hear Ash doing a very good job of that. He never says, buy this tablet. He always talks to people about their habits and their, you know, what they like to, you know, use their phone for and that kind of thing. He's always telling them, you know, well, you like watch, you know, Netflix or YouTube or whatever, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
And then when they said, he's like, oh, well, you know, we have these tablets and, you know, you could watch Netflix and, you know, what, I'm always hearing him do that. He never
Right.
just says, buy this. He talks about why they would like it first.
And that's why Ash is gonna be one of the ones that gets to that $3,000 check before some of the other ones do. You know what I mean? Because of that, because of us, those simple things.
Yeah.
So the greeting, if you connect with a customer, again, in the first 30 seconds, how long did the longest greeting take?
30 seconds?
There's no way those took 30 seconds.
Oh, you mean just that?
Just those ones.
10 seconds.
We still have 20 seconds to make our first impression. But yet we're, you know, so don't hesitate to, welcome to spring. Hey man, this weather is killing me. I need the sun to come out, because it is really killing me. I can't stand rain or weather. Find a common ground to get the customer just to like, talk a little bit, just talk a little bit, because then you can reference back to it. Then you go back to, what brings you in. But when you get them talking, that's automatically getting you into the qualifying stage without the customer even knowing about it. The customer's not gonna know about it when we get to that point. So the greeting over the phone, again, some of this is very basic, but sadly we need to talk about it, because we don't know, there's some people that just don't know how to greet over the phone. So the greeting don't forget to give your name. Do not ignore the phone when it rings. That is one of the most frustrating things in the world, is when you call someone and they don't answer. And you're like, I know you're open. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday. You are open. Don't leave the customer on hold more than 30 seconds. For every 5 seconds customer's on hold, it feels like an eternity. We've all been there. Somebody puts us on hold, you look at your phone, you're like, oh, it's been an hour, you look at your phone, it's been 6 minutes, and you're just like, oh man, this is rough. Don't say, I don't know. And again, don't say, we can't help you with that, because it does not instill confidence with the customer. The customer will hang up and they will call another store that will help them, and they will get their business. Greetings do, smile. Nobody realizes, well, not nobody, but a lot of people don't realize if you're smile over the phone, people can hear that. People can hear that in your voice, because they can see that you're happy. If you are not smiling, they can tell. They can call a Sprint and just monotone, and you're just like, whoa, so sorry that I had to call you. So sorry I got you. Sorry I called you at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. But I hope he gets that on video. Answer within 3 rings. I say only answer it within 3 rings if you're busy and you have to tell the customer, like, excuse me 1 second, let me answer this, or hey, do you mind if I answer this real quick? But if we're not, it should be a race. It should be a race to answer the phone, because you never know what's on the other end of that phone. I know you guys are kind of younger in this space, but people call all the time. Hey, I'm looking for 3 lines. I just want to kind of get some information. Get that customer on the phone. Now you're dealing with them. Then when they come in, they're like, I talked to Patrick. Where's Patrick at? Now there's his line. There's his new lines coming in. It should be a race. Who cares if it's a upset customer? Wow them. That's still an opportunity for us. Wow the customer every single time, even if they're upset or if they're happy, regardless of what it is. Set proper expectations. This is one thing that we do not do very well at all. We don't even do this well with our own reps sometimes. When you put a customer on hold, be very specific with that customer. Don't just say, if you see Eric over there busy with a customer, and they're like, Matt, talk to Eric. Yep, hold on 1 second. Eric, phone. And he's over there pitching a tablet. And Eric is not going to get to that phone in a decent amount of time. And that customer's going to get on hold, and again, they're going to be freaking out. Empathize with the customer. If they're upset, go down that train with them. Again, don't be negative towards Sprint, but if they're upset, hear them out. Feel them. Has anybody in here, have any of you guys ever had a problem with anything?
Yeah.
Everybody has problems. Everybody. It doesn't matter what it is. Everybody has issues. They have problems that come up. It happens. It's life. You never know what a customer's going through. So you got to make sure you tread lightly. Have you guys ever heard the feel, felt, found? Where it's like you feel the customer, say you have service issue. Oh, like I feel you. I completely understand. I have the same problem. What I found is Sprint has put in a lot of money to their network, and it is getting way better. You feel their situation. You found it. Feel, felt, found. Feel it, felt it, found it. Yeah. So it's like, I understand. I felt the same way before. This is what I found. Have a good day. You know, everybody has issues, but you just never know. You know, that person on the phone could have, you know, they could have lost a loved one. And they're upset because their phone's about to get turned off, or they dropped their phone, they broke the screen, and now, you know, that's the last pictures they're ever gonna have of that person. It could be anything in the world, and they just need some answers. Invite the customer in and ask them to come, you know, set an appointment. Ask them to come talk to you. Hey, I would love to help you. Let's schedule an appointment. You come talk to me, we'll get this figured out. Again, yes, I can help you. We will figure out something. Yes, everything has a solution. Eric, if you had your phone for 6 months, you broke your phone, or somebody stole your phone, you did not have protection, what are your options? Or do you have it?
Either to, like if I have Sprint, I will go to the store and see if somebody can fix it. That also seems like that's what the majority of customers do.
Right.
Or I see if I have an upgrade.
Okay. So in our world right now, a lot of us will go, you don't have protection, you broke your phone, you're not eligible for an upgrade. Man, there's nothing we can do. Man, that's so negative because we're saying we're not going to do anything for you. If you give them options, their options might not be the greatest in the world, but they're options. It's, hey, I got 2 options for you. You can go find a phone on Craigslist, or you can buy a phone outright. I know they're not the best options, but at least they're options. You're saying you're still helping them, but maybe not, you know, yes, you're not giving them a free iPhone 6S in a perfect world, but you're still giving them solutions. It's not, you're not coming up with excuses why we can't help them. It's, you know, hey, these are the solutions I have. That's what you can offer them that phone right there next to you. That's the next best thing. That's what Ashley's gonna win. Reading role plays. All right. So who wants to play customer? Who wants to play rep? Excellent. So you guys are in front of each other. You are at your computer screen. You are helping him out. Grant, you guys are sitting down, so that's all right. So you're the customer, right?
Indeed.
Okay. So you guys are just talking about an upgrade or whatever it is. We go through the whole spiel.
Okay. I'd like to just upgrade my phone today.
Okay, wait, do I want to answer the phone first? Or
Nope, just
okay, so do you have the PIN to the account or the password?
It's 682645.
Ring, ring, ring.
Oh, okay, so we're supposed.
Okay, thanks for this is the screen on the
Okay. You didn't set expectations. You just ignored the customer and answered the phone.
Oh,
See
okay,
where
so
we're
I'm
going with this?
assuming
So
that
you're the customer, or you're the rep. You're helping him right now.
Oh, the phone's ringing.
Yep, the phone's ringing. So we gotta set proper expectations with whatever the situation is. Okay? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Forgive me, I'm a little confused.
Okay.
Am I on the phone with him or am I
No,
talking to him?
you're
and the phone
you're
rings?
in the store. You're in the store. You're
Oh,
talking to
okay,
him.
okay,
Sorry,
okay.
you're just,
Got
that'd
it.
be really weird if you guys are on the phone staring at each other.
Right. Okay. I was trying to see what works out best for my phone. I like a lot of protection on my phone, but at the same time, I hate the idea that the front of the screen is just, you know, right there.
I think what do you just mind about use my phone just 1 second when I answer the phone really quick?
That's fine. Go ahead.
Then I answer the phone and thanks for calling quick. This is Eric speaking. Do you mind if I put you on hold really quick?
Okay. So what do you do after that? So we finish listening, right? Okay.
So I asked him for the PIN for the account, or I would just want to be his phone number, or I would actually put a security.
Okay. So keep going.
So my security code is Stark, STAR.
So I do see that you're eligible for an upgrade.
I just want to know what's the best thing about this iPhone 6s. Honestly, everyone's talking about it.
This is a hard situation.
Well, you put me on hold. You put me on hold. You didn't tell anybody. You just kept going back to him. So I'm still on hold. So I'm calling back. I'm irritated. So I'm still on hold. And I'm gonna, whenever you answer, I'm gonna be like, hey, someone just put me on hold and they never came back. You gotta set proper expectations. So if he's in for an upgrade, the phone rings. You mind give me 1 second? Thank you for calling Sprint. How do I help you? Yeah, I'm looking to see how much my upgrade is. I'm currently with a customer. If you give me 1 second, I'll grab somebody for you. Hey, if you give me, I got everybody busy, but if you give me 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever the expectation is, I'll give you a call back. What's your name and phone number? We gotta set expectations on the phone. Too many times we answer and say, hey, can you please hold? And then you're gonna get sucked into that conversation again, and I'm still on hold. Again, if I'm on hold for a minute, it's gonna feel like 10. If I'm on hold for 2, it's gonna feel like 20. So we gotta make sure that we're setting proper expectations on the phone. That's huge. And if you need to grab somebody, just give me 1 second, Ash. Hey Patrick, I got the customer on the phone. I really don't know what they need. I just asked them to hold. Is there any way you can pick it up? Yeah, no problem. hey Lacey, will you grab that person on the phone? Will you get their phone number and everything? I'll call them right back. I was busy with the customer. We got to make sure that we take care of every customer. I know he's your priority because he's in front of you, but we can't forget about this customer because this customer could be a potential 4-line deal and they're just asking prices and now they're not going to come to Sprint because they got irritated because you didn't answer the phone or you didn't help them out. Every customer wants to feel like a priority every time.
I was just gonna say, actually, I remember, when I was, had an interview scheduled with Lacey, that, I needed to reschedule it, and I could not reach her. And it wasn't her fault, it's just that nobody was answering the phone, and then eventually I did get someone, and they put me on hold, and then they never got back with me.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. And it's things like that that turn people off. He could have easily been like, man, they just don't care about me. They don't care about the customers. How do they feel about their employees if they treat people like that?
Mm.
We never know what kind of negative vibes are gonna come off this. All right, who wants to play? We're gonna try this again. Who wants to play customer or rep?
I'll play red.
Okay.
I think that's.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay, so, I saw that I had an upgrade, I was upgrade eligible, I just want to check and see what my options are.
Sure. What's the phone number on the account?
918-813-6409.
Okay, and the 6-digit finish security question? Eric, I apologize. Can you give me one more so I can answer this? Hey, connecting with Sprint. This is Ash.
Hello, it is my daughter's birthday tomorrow, and she wants a new, I'm gonna surprise her with a new phone. I was wondering, is she eligible for an upgrade?
I'll be more than glad to help you with that. Unfortunately, I'm with a customer at the moment. Do you mind if I just put you on a brief hold? Maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll let everyone know as soon as we can. Everyone's currently busy at the moment. We'll help you out as soon as we can. Is that all right?
5 to 10 minutes is a long time. 5 to 10 minutes is a long time for somebody to hold again.
Right. Okay.
So if you say, hey, it's probably gonna be like 10 minutes. Always set the expectations high, because then if you call them back in 5 minutes, then they're like, oh heck yeah. But if you say I'll call you back at 5, you call them back at 20, they're irritated.
Right.
So in that situation, it's, hey, I'm currently with the customer and everybody's busy. Is there any way, it's probably gonna be about 10, 15 minutes. Is there any way I can get your name and phone number? I'll be more than happy to. If the customer's like, oh, I'll just hold. Okay. Some people want to do that. Some people do not. So it's like, if you just write the number down real quick, control that conversation, then go about your business, then you're good. Okay? Let's try one more time.
Hey, when I was coming for, I seen that I was eligible for an upgrade, and I just want to see what
Have you guys heard, are you there yet? Are you there? Are you there? Have you heard that one yet, the ringtone?
Yeah.
Are you there? Are you there? It's like, oh man, it's so creepy. Sorry.
Yeah, sure thing, Eric. Let me pull up your account real quick. What's the phone number? Eric, I apologize. Mind if I get this real quick? Thank you for connecting with Sprint. This is Ash.
Ash, how you doing, man?
Doing well. How are
I
you?
am struggling right now. I am. My bill is due. It was due like 3 days ago, and I think they're gonna turn my phone off. What are my options?
Well, to be 100% honest with you, I'm with a customer right now, and everyone's currently busy at the moment. Do you mind if I just get your phone number really quick? And as soon as I'm done with them, I'll give you a call right back.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Is there any way you just tell me how much it is real quick, just to let me, so I can call and make a payment? Like I just need to know my past due.
You know what? Give me one moment. Is that okay? I just need to confirm with the customer that's in front of me that I can just go into your account really quick.
Okay, sure.
Eric, do you mind if
Okay, so we put him on hold because I made my situation seem more urgent than his was. You know what I mean? That's not fair to him at all.
Right.
Do you guys know how to transfer to customer service? On the phone?
Transfer to...
Transfer dial number sent. If it's that big of a deal and it's a question like they're billing, perfect. But if not, we still have to control the conversation. Hey, can you just tell me how much it is? Oh man, I would love to. Right now, I'm currently inside this guy's account, and I can't put him on hold to look that up. You know what I mean? Like, we have to control it. And if you say that to me over the phone, how good is that gonna make him feel? Because you're making him a priority. But if you say, well, hold on one second. Hey, Eric, I want to jump in this guy's account real quick and do this. He might not care, but what if he does? What if he's like, whoa, dang, what about me? And that's what some of us don't realize. We get so wrapped up in the conversation we're over the phone that this guy's just sitting here like, man. Now, if you can answer something very, very quickly, then, like if you weren't in his account and it's one of those, you can answer a question pretty quick, tread lightly. Because you get into the account, that's going to open up a whole book, hey, what's your PIN code? Mary. No, that's not it. Dave. No, that's not it. Tom. No, that's not it. Oh, let me call you back. Because then it's like, now you get irritated, you don't want to help him because he's taking too long. Or you help him too much and this guy's getting frustrated. So we have to make sure we can control the conversation, but also take care of both customers in in a professional way, to where they both feel special. Rep, customer.
Patrick, I was wanting to see what's wrong with my phone, man. It's not working right.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look at it. What's the trouble you're having with it?
It just keeps shutting off. I don't know.
Okay, well, this is your problem, it's great. But, all right, hold on just one moment, let me grab this.
Your
phone
phone's
here.
old.
Hello, thank you for calling Sprint, this is Patrick, how can I help you?
Oh man, Patrick, I just broke my phone and I'm in a world of hurt. Is there any way that you can tell me if I have insurance on my phone?
Yeah, you know, we should be able to help you with that, except for I'm with a customer right now and everybody in the store is busy. Maybe we could just give you a call right back. Can I take your name and number down? We'll give you a call once we've got some time.
Okay, you guys are not gonna like this answer. In this world, I would probably log into e-ticket because e-ticket's so quick. You guys aren't logging into e-ticket?
Yeah.
E-ticket's so quick. If it's a question like that, you're not getting out of account. It's just one of those like, hey, just hit, yes, you do. You have the protection on your phone. Okay, awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Because that could be a quick answer, but it's because you're not getting into the account. The other thing is tread lightly because you don't know if that's going to open up the world. You did a really good job. I just think it's one of those. If you can give them a quick answer, it's not. I don't think it's necessarily bad to give them a quick answer because you're taking care of two birds, one stone. But it's again tread lightly because if you say, hey, yes, okay, you got the protection, then it's like, well, how much is it? Well, am I eligible for an upgrade now?
I was gonna say, yeah, because that's not gonna be the end of that
Yeah,
conversation.
because what if they're like, right after that, they're like, okay, well, what do I gotta do?
No, I got you. I mean, sometimes then you got to control the conversation. If the question is, hey, do I have TEP or do I have insurance? Because they don't say TEP. Do I have insurance? You look it up real quick. Hey, yes, you do. Oh, hey, what is this? Then it's man, I can't. I'm with a customer, so I was able to give you the quick answer, but I can't give you. I can get into your account, give you more options, but I got to call you back. You know, then you still have that. You're still owning that conversation, and that conversation is still only taking 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So I threw a wrench at you a little bit just because I wanted to see, because there's two ways you can go about it. You did a great job.
Mhm.
Nothing you did wrong with it. But if it is, depending on the situation you're in front of, if you're in the middle of a conversation, then it's probably, hey, I need to call you back. But if you're kind of at a spot where you can maybe take, 20 seconds out of your world and look up e-ticket for them and give them that answer, you might want to just throw them a bone just because it's gonna make them happy, so they don't have to wait for us. Especially if if they're not irate, but they're super upset because their phone broke or something like that.
Mhm.
Do you guys need to take a break or anything? 'Cause we're kind of
I'm good.
Okay.
Is there a fridge somewhere for my lunch?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Did not expect that.
I'm gonna just get a drink.
Oh, so we do want a break.
Well, if he's already doing it.
No, it's not. The problem is like, say four-way. If they only have 3 people, 4 people that are that driven, and some people just don't thrive on trash talk. They don't thrive on, if I call you or text you and I'm like, bam, got it, and you're like, awesome. Have a good day, Joey. And I'm like, oh, man. Some people just don't get motivated like that. Me, I am a highly motivated person in trash talking and being number one. It's not necessarily have to be number one. Well, yes, it's being number one, but it's also knowing that I beat you. That needs to fuel your fire. Knowing that you beat me fuels my fire. It's like, that's not good enough for me. Like, we gotta what do I need to do to change my approach to where that's never gonna happen again in my life? And if you text me saying, hey, I just landed a $1,000 deal, I'm sitting here like, I gotta get $1,300 tomorrow. That has to happen tomorrow.
Mhm.
There's no excuses. There's no way this guy's gonna beat me in any category because I know I'm better than him. Even though you might be better than me in 4 different things, my world you're not better than me, so I'm gonna do whatever I can to beat you. And that's such a fuel to a lot of people. So if you guys create that amongst yourselves, it's gonna be dangerous. So you guys have a really good team, really good foundation there, especially. That if you guys create that competition, it's gonna be scary.
Those pies.
Right, I'm telling you. So qualified. This is hands down my favorite section of the world because this is the section we never use, and this is a section of our world where we get to know the customer, get to meet the customer, get to find out about the customer. So the qualifying don'ts. Don't rush. Keep asking questions until you have the information you need. Don't ask closed-ended questions such as, do you travel? Do you like your current phone? Do you need internet access? Qualifying do's. Build rapport by showing interest in the customer. Ask permission to ask questions. Identify the customer's needs and lifestyle. Ask open-ended questions. Who, why, what, when, where, how. That sound like That's almost like the dip, dodge, duck, dive, dodge. Who, what, where, when, where. It's like dodge. So instead of saying, do you like your current phone? So if I say, Ash, do you like your current phone? What do you say?
Yeah.
Now, instead of saying that, if I say, Ash, what do you not like about your current phone?
It's fragile.
It's fragile. What else don't you like about it?
I don't like that it's only 16 gig.
Okay. So, right now, I already know his phone is fragile, and he has a memory issue. I'm already started, and I just asked him one question. So, I take his phone being fragile, and I put it right here, put it on my shelf. I take the fact that he needs more memory, take that and I put it on the shelf. These I'm gonna take off my shelf later on when I get to the recommend side. All I'm doing is qualifying them. I'm just finding out stuff about Ash, that's it. So we gotta make sure we ask questions. You can get more information or just as much, but it's not, do you need internet access? What? Do I need internet access? Yes. How am I gonna tweet out things? How am I gonna Snapchat? How am I gonna get on Facebook and all that, whatever people, all that new stuff we haven't done. So examples. Who will be using the device? Why is this important, Patrick?
Obviously, it really matters depending on if it's the account holder, if it's the kids or whatever, because who is using the device dictates how it's going to be used.
So do you think there's a big difference between you and your wife? Or your wife, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Super off. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, for sure. Or for instance, if it was a kid who's not gonna be allowed to have internet access on their
Right.
phone or something like that,
So it's one of those. So if I don't have a girlfriend or a wife, but I'll say it. So if it was between me and my girlfriend or my wife, my needs are so dramatically different than this. Maybe she needs a life group because she is more the caretaker than I am because she's around the kid more or whatever it is. And I've already told you I'm up and down Mophie all the way. I would never buy another case but a Mophie case. But I showed it to my son's mother and she was like, that's the stupidest thing in the world. And I'm sitting here like, do you not see the vision? do you not see where the world is going? So what features are must-haves? That's kind of be careful with that one, because that one could just take you down a whole path that you're just like, man, I want Facebook. What, man, there's a flip phone that has Facebook.
Right.
But where do you spend your time? What do you do most with your current phone, or what don't or what do you not like about your current phone? Stuff like that will just give you the little tidbits that you need to know. How many phones do we sell in the store, Eric?
Like a day?
No,
Oh,
just,
you're talking about
like how many
shelf.
phones do we sell?
A little bit over 20.
20. How many do you think?
Something like that. Yeah, it's about around 20.
20? What do
Around
you think?
15 or 20.
We sell like 3 phones. That's all we sell. We have a lot of phones on display, but we don't ever sell them. We sell iPhones and Androids basically. That's the gist of the phones we sell.
Mhm.
Who has an iPhone in here? Would you give up your iPhone and go to Android?
Yes.
Would you give up your iPhone and go to Android? Would you give up your Android and go to iPhone?
No.
Absolutely not. I would not do that personally. So don't get so wrapped up in the devices they need because it's very standard. It's very basic. I know for a fact that he needs more memory. And if he has an iPhone, I'm probably not gonna try to convince him to go away from iPhone. It's gonna be like, what phone do you currently have? An iPhone 6. In my mind, he's going to 6S. Because what's the point of me trying to get him to, and if you go from Apple to Android, you're probably not gonna, 90% of the time you're not gonna like Android. Because it's not iPhone. Same vice versa. If anybody goes from Android to Apple, they're like, this is too basic, I don't like it. Too simple, I can't do all the cool stuff. So don't try to spend 30 minutes trying to convince a customer or find out what phone a customer needs because we have 5 phones, 4 phones, whatever we sell. They want the new Galaxy or they want an iPhone. Other than that, they might get a Grand Prime, they might get an LG, they might get something else, but don't spend most of your time figuring out what phone they want because that's gonna come very quickly. We're gonna take a break. So, oh man, I skipped like the role plays. But anyways, so the qualifying, this is the most important part because this is where you find out all the tidbit information. So, role plays. We're gonna do the greet and we're gonna go into qualifying. Who wants to go first? Patrick, you have not been rep first. I like it. Stand up.
Okay.
Who's customer? All right. Ding dong. Got hands on the pocket.
Hello, Blaine Sprint. I'm Patrick. How you doing today?
Doing well, how are you?
Good. What brings you in today?
I just wanted to upgrade my phone. I saw I got an email saying that I could upgrade.
Okay. Yeah, well, we could definitely look into that for you. Tell me what kind of phone are you looking into?
iPhone 6s.
Okay. Well, let's come over here and take a look at these iPhones. Tell me what do you like about iPhones?
I love that they're very secure. Honestly, I love the fact that it's really unbelievably hard to get a virus on.
That's true. Yeah. When it comes to iPhones, that's one of the main perks of even getting an iPhone is that you really can't mess with the phones at all. There's nothing you could do to hack into them hardly. I'll tell you, we've got a lot of good deals going on with these different iPhones. We probably will need to look at your account first, though, and take a look at.
Tim, we have no information right now. We don't know anything about this guy. Because the thing about you is he said he wants an iPhone. You said, what do you like about iPhones? Doesn't matter. He can like security, he can like, but in your world, it doesn't matter what he really likes about the iPhone. It's what, okay, well, is there anything about the iPhone set, or what, is there anything about your old one that you didn't like? So now you're finding out what he didn't like, so now you can fill his needs with accessories, with other services that we offer, but you're actually finding out information. But right now, we know he likes this, he just likes Apple for that reason. And we know we have good deals, and now you're about to take him to the register, but we really haven't found anything out about him. Maybe see how his day's going, maybe see if he likes the weather outside, just find out more things about him so you can relate it back to the accessory world, or you can relate it back to, hey, I'm a construction worker. Oh man, perfect thing is, hey, I know you said you're a construction worker. I really recommend the TEPA. You didn't have it before, but this will just allow you to protect your phone even more, especially in the rugged environment you're in. Then you're relating it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it's kind of tricky though. This role play, just because I know that a lot of times when people come in, first thing that you want to do is you really want to bring up their account. That's the first thing you see, and you're more so having those conversations while you're looking at their account and that kind of thing too. So it's kind of tricky.
Do you think there's a difference between me talking to you as a customer right here, if I'm the rep, me talking to you like this compared to you guys talking like that?
No, not at all. No, what I mean is that I don't have an account to like talk
I got
about
you.
with him and that kind of thing and say, oh yeah, you got this line and so yes, it's just a little different is all. But
I got you.
am I right that that's normally what you want to do? You want to kind of bring up their account first, or?
Not necessarily. Well, because if you have the MSA tablet, you're gonna have some of this information right there. The thing is, when you go to when you go to the computer, when you go behind the computer and all that, what does that turn into?
You're just money.
It turns into the sale. It turns into, I'm talking to a sales rep, this and this. It takes away their barrier's still up because we're still trying to sell them something. So if I'm talking to you behind the counter, compared to me talking to you like this, it's just different. If you end up talking to this guy for 10 minutes and you get back there like, oh man, unfortunately, you're not eligible for an upgrade, yada, yada, yada. Or if you look at the MSA tab, you're like, yeah, okay, he's eligible for an upgrade.
Yeah, nobody uses them.
Well, so if you guys used them, then it would save
Right.
you guys a world a lot, just because then you'd be able to
Right.
look the account.
On the move and.
No, if you
Yeah.
if you got to the point where you're more comfortable looking at the account first, just to verify that he's eligible for an upgrade, cool. The problem you're gonna run into with that is it's hard to get out of the sales side. It's hard to, okay, you want the iPhone 6s, what color do you want? It's gonna be hard to like go from, hey, welcome, and you're having this conversation right here to, okay, let's go around this, to, okay, now let's get back in this mode and find out more information
Yeah, I'd
about you.
prefer having the tablet. you
Right.
know, So it'd be all kind of one fluid thing.
Right.
You know.
So if you got behind using the tablet, it's gonna save your world a lot. But it's just whenever you have that counter in between you, it breaks up the rapport you have. That's why
Right.
Sprint's whole new model is, they want to go to the couch thing. They want to be able to sit down with the customer and talk to them because they don't want that barrier between you.
Right.
Because when you got that barrier between you, you're the sales rep, I'm the customer.
Mhm.
But man, we might start talking about golf or something or whatever, or kids, and now, man, our conversation goes a whole different way, and I'm just like, man, this Patrick guy's
I was
awesome.
just about to ask you about that. Like, if a customer came in and if we came to like a common ground and we both like the sports, and we're talking about, the Miami Heat versus the Thunders. I know our conversation will go a lot further, but I mean, how do I kind of wrap that up and just switch it to the phone?
Well, you control the conversation the whole time. It's you know, I'm a big fan of not always agreeing with the customer. And when I say that, it's just, if he was an OU fan, I'm gonna let him know at some point that I'm not okay with him being an OU fan in a playful way. Not in a, you know, not in a hurtful way. It's like, you know, oh, you know, if we're talking about, you know, sports, and I'm like, oh man, you follow college football? He's, oh, I'm a big OU fan. Like, oh, that is a problem. You know, it's just that little, I might have to charge you double. You know, it's just something weird like that to where it kind of breaks up that. Then I'm gonna follow it up with, oh, you guys really beat us up this year. Just grinding my teeth because he's probably gonna give me a typical OU answer, but it's all right. It's that playful manner to where you break that barrier. But when it's like you're getting talking sports, like, oh man, Miami Heat this and this, and then you got to wrap it up and say, well, hopefully, you know, hopefully he don't end up winning for you. But like, you know, so back to the phone real quick, and then go back to the question. Don't do it rudely, but just do it segue, because they know there's still a business to run. They get it. But if you go down that train and you just continually talk about the sports for 20 minutes, you have not found out any information about the guy that's going to help you or the girl. All you have is wasted 20 minutes of your life, and they don't care because they're not on the clock. They're okay with it because they're talking sports. You just gotta make sure you manage that customer and control it. Don't hesitate to, I don't want to say stop the customer, but you know, if the customer says something, instead of you responding back, go this direction with a smile on your face because you don't want to be rude. Smile on your face.
Gotcha.
So let's try to get. So who wants to play customer or rep?
I'll play rep.
I'll be.
customer.
Okay.
I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Oh, you haven't done it yet? Okay, we're gonna make you do it 6 times in a row. Okay. Ding dong.
Hi there, welcome to Sprint. I'm Ash.
Hey, Ash, what's going on?
What's your name? Nice to meet you, Patrick. What brings you to it?
I don't like my phone.
Okay, what don't you like about your phone?
It's a brick. It's an old, stupid phone.
Can I see it?
Yeah, sure.
Man, it looks like you've been pretty rough on this phone anyway.
Yeah, it's all beat up and it doesn't do hardly anything anymore. It doesn't work.
Wow, how long have you had that phone?
A couple years now.
A couple years now?
Yeah.
So you're ready to get an upgrade?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I'm eligible, I guess it kind of depends on like what the costs are and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so let me show you over here the Samsung's, the Galaxy. Just because you do look like you have a pretty rough phone, we actually do have the S7. It's a water
You're
inlet.
recommending. You didn't qualify. You're done qualifying. You're already recommending stuff. You
That's
gotta
true.
find out soon. We already know his phone stinks because he told us. Not because we agree, but he told us his phone stinks. So in our minds, what kind of phone did he have?
An old school phone.
What kind of, was it Samsung?
Sure. Well, he
No,
didn't
it is.
specify.
No, it is. You looked at it.
Well,
That's-
I mean, I'm
Oh,
assuming it's a
yeah,
brick
you
phone.
have.
Right.
So we saw that you had a Samsung, but it's not an iPhone. If it's an iPhone, this direction. If it's not an iPhone, this direction. You know.
Right.
But then it's like, but we're still finding out things about him. Okay, so what is he not like about it? It's a brick. It's yada yada. Okay, so what are you looking for your phone to do? Now he's like, well, I want to do this. I want to get this. I want this. Now we're starting to build up. Okay, so based on what you told me, I would recommend the iPhone because of these reasons, or I'd recommend the Android because of these reasons. So you need to build up that rapport, but you need to be able to tie. Why are you trying to offer him the S7? There's no reason.
That's true.
You're an iPhone guy too.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no reason because we can't tie it back to him. He might be like, why do I want this? Then you're just like, because it's new. You know, so that's where we run into the problem where we go so quickly into qualifying. Hey, just see how the guy's day, see how his day's going. See, so are you at work today? Are you at work today? Or are you off today?
I am at work right now.
Right this second. So are you off there? Or you at work? Just kind of.
I'm on my lunch break.
Oh, nice. Where do you work at?
Sam's Club.
Oh man, I am sorry to say, but I just got a Costco membership yesterday.
Oh man.
Yeah. How long you been at Sam's?
10 years.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. You shop there too, or are you a Walmart guy?
Of course I shop there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, some people don't buy in bulk, so I mean, I didn't know.
Oh well, they're not smart.
Right. So what do I know?
Now you know that he's been at Sam's for 10 years.
Don't care about that. I know he works at Sam's. I know he gets a discount. That's what I
Right.
know. That's the little stuff that we're so worried about pitching a phone. That man, I'm worried about. Okay, now he has an old and busted phone. He needs a new phone. He works at Sam's, so I think Walmart's discount is 20%. I'm not gonna quote him 20% because I'm not 100% sure, but I know these things. Like, these are the tidbits I know. And the reason, you know, sometimes it's just really awkward if I'm just like, where do you work at? What? Why are you asking me where I work? I just asked you for a new phone. That's why I was like, hey, are you off today or are you working today? If you'd been like, man, I'm off today. Man, where do you work at that gives you off on Tuesdays? Or is it Wednesday? Wednesdays. You know, I work at Sam's Club. Oh, that's crazy. Wish I was off on Wednesdays. Little stupid stuff like that they don't realize I'm getting information from. I'm digging. Then from this conversation, I don't have to go anywhere. It's like, been there 10 years. Oh man, that's crazy. So you a Thunder fan? You paying attention to the playoffs at all?
No.
No? What are you into?
Not a lot. I don't have a lot of time for sports. It's just work and kids is all I got.
Oh, damn, how many kids you got?
I got 2.
Oh, I got one. How old are they?
3 and 1. Little girls. They get whatever they want.
Yeah, yeah. They wrapped around your finger?
Yeah.
That's good.
Or no, it's the other way around. Yeah, I'm wrapped around their fingers.
Right. So, now what do I know?
That he got kids.
How's that?
I was about to ask you that. I mean, because I would have asked him like who would be using the phone, and who would have said basically the kid.
Well, he know who he is. We already know he's looking for an upgrade. But I asked 2 simple questions, and it was just simple conversation. But I know he gets a discount, and I know he works at Walmart, and I know he has kids. So how do those 2 even? How am I gonna use those to my advantage?
At the end of it, include a tablet. I mean,
When you start working
bring
with
a
him.
tablet.
Hey, so since you've been a valued customer with us, this is what we can do. We got a promotion to where I can get you a tablet and you're not gonna pay anything extra a month. Why? Because the discount just took care of what the tablet's gonna cost. That's the stuff that we need to realize, and that's why it's so important to qualify, because we can take what we learned from the customer and milk it and just use it to our advantage. It's not always about saving money. Again, like I said, if Cox called me right now and said, hey, you qualify for a free movie channel, I would say, okay. But I would have never even asked them, wait, can I save $20 instead? I wouldn't have.
Right.
I would just been like, oh, that's awesome. Yes, I'll take it. Sign me up. And they're gonna throw a discount and then charge me for Cinemax or, so I have Showtime and HBO. So what's the other one? Stars? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important. So, you know, can you? And yes, I've done this training probably 100 times, so I get it's a little bit simpler for me just to go through this. But these are just conversations that we should be having with every customer, because it's that little tidbit. You never know, that little bitty thing that he gives you could just suck him in. Hey, that discount could knock his bill down $15. Then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you actually qualify to where I can get each one of your little girls their own tablet, and it would only literally add $15 to your monthly bill. He might jump all over that.
I would.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Man, I just got 2 tablets out. But we're so scared, and we're just like, I'm just gonna try to throw 1 tablet out.
People buy tablets for their kids. That's
Yes,
a big
like my son has my old tablet because that thing is the most amazing babysitter I've ever
It's true.
thought of in my life. But hey, you know, there's a really good special. Since you've been such a valued customer with Sprint, we can actually get you 2 tablets for each one of your kids, or 1 for you, one for the kids, and it's only gonna increase your bill by $15. Sign me up. So I saved him 15. I added 30, but I saved him $15. But we're so eager to say 1 tablet because we're just trying to get that one. But then if he says, nah, I really don't want that, okay, no problem. Wait 4 minutes, then come back and be like, hey, what if I can go ahead and get you one? What if I can get you one of those tablets and not increase your bill at all? Man, now that's another pitch. That's where the value comes in of this qualifying side. Is we find out little tidbits of customers, and it's just got them. Oh, don't let me find out you're a teacher. Don't let me find out you work for the city of Tulsa. Don't let me know you work for the state of Oklahoma. Because do we know why?
They get discount.
Discount.